Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be continuing part 2 of this video series, making our Christmas gnome. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, we're going to continue where we left off. We did the hat for the Antler Gnome. And we're going to be continuing with the body of the Antler Gnome. So what we're going to do is, and these are so tightly wound up, I can't pull from the middle, but we're going to grab the color for the body. And we're going to cast on to our crochet hook. Let's put this aside. So this is how we're going to do it. Now, if you need to speed up or slow down the video, click on the gear button. It should be at the corner of the screen somewhere. There's playback options to speed up or slow down the video. If you're a more visual person, you can always lower the volume on your phone or your device and then click on the CC caption button so that you can read what I'm saying. So just to let you know, whenever there's a new stitch in every video, even though we've gone over it the last video, I do new stitches and new instructions at least 3 times. I'll show it to you 3 times before I just go off and do my thing. This might be fast-paced for you once I finish going through the new stitches. But these videos are so long that it's really tough to do it slow all the way through, because we'll be sitting here forever. My editor will be processing the video forever. It's not going to be good. So hopefully you'll be able to catch the first 3 times that I work with it with you. All right, so to cast on, I'm doing this in my right hand. If you need a lefty, comment below. I do have the link for this kit in the description box below if you're interested in getting it. I just got it on Amazon. All right, so we're going to take our thumb, ring, and pinky, and we're just going to hold the end of this yarn here. I'm going to take my index and middle, and I'm going to spread apart about 1 inch or so of the yarn, because I want to take my hook, lie it perpendicular to my yarn, and with my hook I'm going to go down, out, and around to make the loop that I need. So we'll do this again. Hold this apart, put your hook perpendicular to the yarn, go down, out, and around to make a loop. Now I'm going to pull the hook towards my thumb, ring, finger, pinky, and where that is, I'm going to hold that crossing point with my middle finger on my right hand, like this, just to secure that loop. I'm going to let go with my left, because I need to gather up some yarn here to do my slip knot. So I'm going to pinch the end of this yarn here with my thumb and my middle finger. I'm going to then slide my hook towards my thumb and my middle finger, and where that is, where it crosses, I'm going to pinch that so that my hook can no longer slide. Now I'm going to yarn over like that and pull a loop through this loop off my hook to create the slip knot. Now I'm going to overhand my hook here, and I'm going to pinch the end with my thumb and middle finger again. I'm going to push this knot we've created towards my left hand, and you want to push it all the way down towards your thumb on your left hand until the knot is tight. Try not to slip and let it go like I did, till it can't move anymore. Then you're going to grab your thumb and your middle finger on that end and pull it out just a little bit tighter. You don't want to pull too tight. You just want to make sure that knot that we created is snug. Then I'm going to grab my index and thumb here, and we're going to slide this knot that we created up towards the hook. So let's do that. But you want to make sure you leave a nice amount of space, because we're going to remove this off of our hook. Like that, don't lose it. And now we're going to work round 25. We got a chain 5, working back loop only, 48 single crochet stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 48 stitches. So there's no real like stitch you have to put this in. So I'm just gonna slip this in here. And you know what, just for fun's sake, where we normally mark our stitching when we go up the rows, I'm gonna just pick a stitch, a back loop stitch here, and just mark it as if I were continuing up like nothing ever happened, right? So when we do this, we have our loop up here, and what I mean by that is we're gonna stick our hook into the stitch with the marker. We're gonna slip on the new color. I'm going to pull this loop through the back loop here, and that's like making pretend if we normally went up, we would always have a loop on our hook. This would be marked, and now we can chain 1 and go about our round 25. So to chain 1, let me do this over again because I accidentally pulled the knot through the stitch. All right, and I can just show you guys again what I'm doing. So stick your hook into that marked stitch, and again I just picked any one here on the hat of the back loops. Slip this on, pull it up through that back loop, then we're going to chain 1, so yarn over, then we're going to pull that through the loop. So now we have our chain 1. Now we're going to be doing 48 single crochet stitches. So what we're going to do next, put your hook into the next stitch over of the back loops. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So that's going to be your your first single crochet stitch. Let's do this again. Into the next back loop, we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have our 2 single crochet stitches and our chain stitch. One more time with you guys. Into the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have 3 single crochet stitches and a chain stitch. This color reminds me of gingerbread cookies, and I've been craving chewy gingerbread cookies for some time now. It's so sad. Okay, so let me gather up some yarn because we got to do 45 more of these. It's going to be a lot. I like to wrap as much yarn around my finger. It's, you know, when I was being taught by my aunt, she just did not like that at all. But I'm so stubborn. I do things the way I do things. So it's just, that's how I've always done it. So for you, you don't have to, however you feel comfortable. I just hate having to grab yarn every 2 seconds. But I'm just gonna wrap this up in my finger. Sometimes it gets messy, I'll admit. Okay, so now we just have to do 45 more. Let me just check to see how much I have here already. I'm like losing count. Okay, I'm just going to check my count again. 5. Okay, remove the marker. We're going to count back 48 and do a slip stitch. 48. Let's mark off our last stitch. Okay, so now we should have this new color on here. Okay, so now for round 26, we're going to chain 1, do 11 single crochet stitches, an increasing stitch 4 times, and do a slip stitch. We should end up with 52 stitches. Okay, so chain 1, yarn over, pull through the loop. We're going to do 11 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me just double check. All right, then we're going to do an increasing stitch So increasing stitch is basically 2 stitches in 1 stitch. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now put your hook back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we have 2 single crochet stitches coming out of that one. So now we just have to repeat this 3 more times. Do 11 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me just double check this. 5, 10, 11. All right, increasing stitch. Okay, now we just have to repeat this 2 more times. 11 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Increasing stitch. Now we just have to repeat this 1 more time. 11 single crochet stitches. Increasing stitch. Remove the marker, count back 52, and let's do a slip stitch. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 2. Put your marker in. Okay, so now we're going to do round 27, which is chain 1, 52 single crochet stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 52 stitches. So chain 1, 52 single crochet stitches. Okay, remove the marker, count back 52 stitches, and do a slip stitch. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 52. Okay. I'm going to take a little break and then we're going to go to round 28. I'm going to get more yarn. Did I put this back? Okay. So now we're going to do round 28, and we have 12 chain 1, 12 single crochet stitches, an increasing stitch 4 times, slip stitch, and end up with 56. Okay. So we're going to chain 1. We're going to do 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh. If you see this, you want to try correcting that if your hook goes in between the threading. And lost count, so I'm just going to count when I do this slip. Oh, I can't. Hold on, let me just check it then. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I thought we were doing single crochet stitches all around for some reason. All right, increasing stitch. Then I just have to repeat this 3 more times, 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, increasing stitch. Now we just have to repeat this 2 more times, 12 single crochet stitches. increasing stitch. And we just have to repeat this one more time. I don't know how many I'm supposed to have here. Hold on, let me check the count. Alright, little predicament. I don't know if I just miscounted or something. Something weird is happening. We're supposed to end up with 56, right? So we have our chain stitch. We have 3, 6, 9, 12. Then we have our increasing stitch. 3, 6, 9. That can't be right. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, increasing stitch. 3, 6, 9, 12. Increasing stitch. And then 3, 6, 9, 12. Increasing stitch, but I have an extra stitch for some reason. If this ever happens, comment below. Let me know if this happened to you. I don't know where I went wrong. Maybe I put the first one in the wrong spot. It doesn't look like I did. But in this situation, because we have to have 56, so I just have an extra one. I'm gonna put one single crochet stitch in the remaining 2, because this would be the increasing stitch. So comment below, let me know if you ran into that. I'm gonna remove this marker, and then I'm gonna count back 56 and do a slip stitch. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 56 right here. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sometimes the instructions might be wrong, but sometimes I mean, I did take a break. So it's actually the next day. My break turned into a next day thing. So I really don't know. Maybe I messed up somewhere. But anyway, okay, so we have round 28 done. Ended up with 56 stitches. Now for rounds 29 through 33, we're gonna do 56 single crochet stitches for every round. So this will be 29. Grab your other stitch markers. 29. This will be 30, 31, 32. Now you want to invest in stitch markers. They sell them in packs in the hobby store, Amazon. So the more the merrier. I do need one more, so after I finish these, I have to remind myself that I have to do one more round. But these are definitely great placeholders for your rounds so that you don't lose track of how many rounds you're doing at a time. Okay, so I guess we'll do this in silence. But yeah, and I would pull out all my stitch markers, but it's just not nearby to me right now. All right, let's do this in silence. Okay, so I completed 33 rounds, and we're going to move on to the 34th round. Let me get some yarn here. So for the 34th round, we're going to chain 1, do 5 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch 8 times, and do a slip stitch and end up with 48 stitches. I'm going to show you how to do a decreasing stitch when I get to it. Okay, so we are going to chain 1. We're going to do 5 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then to do a decreasing stitch, what we're basically doing is taking 2 stitches and making it into 1. So stick your hook into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Then you're going to go into the next stitch over. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So now you should have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So we took these 2 stitches and made it into 1. So now I just have to repeat this 7 more times. Let's do 5 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to do a decreasing stitch. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Into the next stitch over, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and then we're just going to repeat this 6 more times. 5 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do a decreasing stitch. Put your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Then into the next stitch over, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So now I just have to repeat this 5 more times. 5 single crochet stitches. Then a decreasing stitch. Repeat this 4 more times. 5 single crochet stitches. A decreasing stitch. Repeat this 3 more times. 5 single crochet stitches. A decreasing stitch. Repeat this 2 more times. 5 single crochet stitches. Decreasing stitch, And then repeat this one more time. And then do a decreasing stitch. Okay. And then we're going to count back 48 stitches and do a slip stitch. And I'm going to remark the last stitch here. Okay. So now for round 35, we are going to do a chain stitch, 48 single crochet stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 48 stitches. So chain 1 and then 48 single crochet stitches. Okay, count back 48 and do a slip stitch. Uh-oh. Remark the last stitch. Okay. So now for round 36, we have to chain 1, do 2 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch, 2 single crochet stitches 8 times, a slip stitch, and end up with 40. So we are now getting smaller with our project because we're going to be closing this up. Okay, so we're gonna chain 1, we're gonna do 2 single crochet stitches, then we're gonna do a decreasing stitch, then we're gonna do 2 single crochet stitches, and then we're gonna repeat this 7 more times. So 2 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch, 2 single crochet stitches, repeat this 6 more times, 2 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch, 2 single crochet stitches, repeat this 5 more times, 2 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch, 2 single crochet stitches, repeat this 4 more times, 2 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch, 2 single crochet stitches, repeat this 3 more times, 2 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch, 2 single crochet stitches, really don't know where we are at this point. Did I say 3, 4? Anyway, repeat it. 2 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch, 2 single crochet stitches. Okay, repeat this 1 more time. Single crochet stitch, 2 of them, a decreasing stitch, and then 2 single crochet stitches. Okay, let's remove the marker this time. And then we're going to count back 40 and do a slip stitch. So 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Put your marker back in. Okay. And now for the next round, round 37, we're going to be doing a chain 1 and 40 single crochet stitches with a slip stitch to end up with 40 stitches. So chain 1 and then 40 single crochet stitches. Okay, remove the marker, count back 40 and do a slip stitch. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Put your hook, put your stitch marker in here. So now for round 38, we're going to be doing a chain 1, 3 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch 8 times, slip stitch, and end up with 32. So let's chain 1. We're going to do 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a decreasing stitch. Then we're going to repeat this 7 more times, 3 single crochet stitches. 2, 3. Do a decreasing stitch. And then we're going to repeat this 6 more times, 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. And then a decreasing stitch. Then we have to repeat this 5 more times, 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then a decreasing stitch. Then we're going to repeat this 4 more times, 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do a decreasing stitch. Then we're going to repeat this, 3 or 2 more times? I don't know. 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2. Whoa, what am I doing? 1, 2, 3. A decreasing stitch. Right, I guess repeat this 2 more times. 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. A decreasing stitch. Repeat this 1 more time. 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. Decreasing stitch. Okay, we can remove this marker here. We're going to count back 32 and we're going to do a slip stitch. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 2. We're gonna put the stitch marker back. Okay. So now for round 39, we're going to chain 1, do working in back loop only, and then we're going to do 32 single crochet stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 32 stitches. So last time we worked with front loop only, this time we're going to be working with back loop only. Let me just move my chair back. Okay. Getting tired of sitting the whole entire time. Okay. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to chain 1 and then working back loop only, we're going to do 32 single crochet stitches. So as I shown you in the last video, we did front loop only. So that was when we went under and went up in the front loop only. There's the back loop just hanging there. This time what we're going to do is we're just going to skip this front loop and just go directly to that back loop. So you see how I'm splitting them up. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Let's do that again. Into the back loop, leave the front loop alone. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. One more time. Into that back loop, leave the front loop alone, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So when we started, the back loop was already by itself. So that's why I'm showing you guys how to do this. So now it's the opposite. So on this side, it should be normal, but on this side, you should see that line of front loop onlys. If you're missing one, you might have accidentally chose a front loop. Alright, so let's do 29 more single crochet stitches, back loop only. Okay, remove the clippy. Now we're going to count back 32 and do a slip stitch. We're going to use both stitches to do the slip stitch. So, see. Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 2 front and back loops, slip stitch. We're gonna mark up our last stitch we did here. Okay, so now it says stuff enough with filling. I mean, you could wait longer, but let's just do what it says because I want to show you the vacuum sealed stuffing that they provided us. So here it is, vacuum sealed. Now once we cut this, you're going to see it expand, and it's going to expand. Okay. So what I would suggest doing, now I have my own separate large bag of stuffing, so I'm not worried about wasting or overstuffing my stuffing and not having enough for the other two characters. So there's 3 of them in total. What I would do is, if you have a food scale to weigh the stuffing, I guess with or without the package, I mean, it's not that much difference, but you might want to just take the whole thing out, weigh it, and then divide it by 3. It might be the easiest route to go through. And I think they're not much different to where one should have more stuffing than the other. So you can do it that way. If you don't have a scale, you can visually just divide it up into 3. If you're like me that accidentally bought a large bag of stuffing from Amazon, not realizing how much a few pounds would be, terrible, then you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to do that because I like to have mine a certain firmness. So I'm just going to take pieces here. You want to make sure you get to the tip of the hat. Is there any sewing? Not really. Kind of, but not really. There's no eyeballs, at least. Okay. So if there's faces in any of these things, I try to sew it before I stuff, but there's not really any faces, like eyes and mouths. So I don't have to worry about sewing that. But I'm just gonna fill this in. I did the Halloween one and it was kind of squishy. I don't know if I like that amount of squishiness, but see, this is kind of very plush. You can add as you go. We still have maybe a couple more rounds to go if you feel like you need to add more. So that's what I might do actually. So let me regather up this yarn here. We're going to move on to round 40. So for round 40, we're going to chain 1. We're going to do a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, a single crochet stitch, repeat it 8 times, and then we're going to do a slip stitch and end up with 24 stitches. So let me just gather this up here. Okay. So we're going to chain 1 and try not to sew the stuffing with your stitches. It'll look messy. So chain 1, we're going to do a single crochet stitch. We're going to do a decreasing stitch. We're going to do a single crochet stitch. Man, I keep doing this. See, like this yarn is not that great, so it's easy to put your hook through the threading. You want to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay. So single crochet stitch, and then we're going to repeat this 7 more times. So single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch. We're going to repeat this 6 more times. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch, and we're going to repeat this 5 more times. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch, single crochet stitch, We're going to repeat this 4 more times. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch. Repeat this 3 more times. Single crochet. Let me undo this. Try not to grab the filling. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch. Repeat this 2 more times. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch. Repeat this 1 more time. Interesting. I won't be able to, because I only have 3 left. What the heck happened here? Did I mess up somewhere? Yeah, I don't know if I missed one, but because I only need 3 left, I'm probably going to do 3 single crochet stitches. So single crochet stitch, this is supposed to be a decreasing stitch, but then I have to do a single crochet stitch after, so I'm just going to do another single crochet stitch in replacement of the decreasing stitch, and then a single crochet stitch. I don't know what happened. Comment below, let me know if that happened to you. It's probably me. Okay, so we're going to count back 24 stitches and do a slip stitch. So 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 4. Okay, put your hook into the stitch. Now for round 41, we're going to do a chain 1, a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch 8 times, a slip stitch, and end up with 16. So chain 1, we're going to do a single crochet stitch, we're going to do a decreasing stitch, and we're going to repeat this 7 more times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, we're going to repeat this 6 more times. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, repeat this 5 more times. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, repeat this 4 more times. A single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, repeat this 3 more times. Single crochet stitch, and then a decreasing stitch. Repeat this 2 more times. A single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, repeat this 1 more time. A single crochet stitch and a decreasing stitch. Okay, remove the marker. We're going to count back 16 and do a slip stitch. So 3, 5, 10, 15, 16. Now, I think now would be the last call if you feel like you need more stuffing or less. I feel like there's not enough in the hat, but I feel like at the same time, the hat really doesn't need to have all that, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it. All right, so for round 42, we're going to be doing a chain 1, 8 decreasing stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 8 stitches. So, chain 1, each one is going to be a decreasing stitch all the way around. So, decreasing stitch, decreasing stitch, okay, let me redo this. I don't like that it pulled so much yarn there. Okay, decreasing stitch, decreasing stitch, see if you can avoid it. Try to get this stitch to not be so wide because it'll leave gaps. I'm actually going to redo this one, but it's kind of difficult actually, so two more times. Remove the marker. Count back 8, and we're going to do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, put your marker on your last stitch. It's getting a little tight now. Okay, so now for round 43, we're going to chain 1, 4 decreasing stitches, slip stitch, and end up with 4. Okay, so now it's going to get really, really tight. Okay, so chain 1, we're going to do a decreasing stitch, two, three, one more, the marker. We're going to count back 4 and do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, we don't need to mark it because this is the last one. And then I'm guessing when it doesn't say anything, we do a fasten off. Okay, so let's cut a little bit here. We're gonna yarn over. So to fasten off, you just yarn over and you pull the whole thing out through the loop. And then we're going to tighten up the string a bit. You can weave these pieces. Because I did it really tight, I don't think I need to weave, but I think I'm going to weave anyway. So weaving is pretty much going into the remaining 4 stitches and going in and out with your excess piece here. Okay, and once you get through all 4 remaining stitches, you just pull it tight till the hole is closed. And then I'm just going to do another little fasten off to tie my knot. So just pull up a loop and fasten it off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hook just under the surface of this project, trying to avoid the stuffing, and then we're going to yarn over and pull that inside your project till that tail is gone, and then you got to fish your hook back out. Try not to pull out any of the stuffing. So now we have our base for our gnome. You can flip down the brim. But now all that's left is the Antler Gnome's beard, the nose, the hands, the antlers, and the ears. So let me see actually how much time we have on this video. I might be able to fit the whole thing, if not at least some of it. Okay, so this is actually almost a 2-hour video, so we are going to be doing all the other parts of the Antler Gnome in a part 3, unfortunately. But here is what we have. Comment below, let me know if you have this. If you really want a super flat bottom that you can lay on a counter and it won't, you know, it's kind of wobbly, I would suggest cutting a cardboard piece a little this size. I mean, how would you know that, right? Well, I guess you could go by this round here. What round was that? That was like round 39. And that way it can lie flat, but it's pretty much flat. So, but yeah, here is what we have so far. I hope that you're enjoying this. This is really cute. I can't wait to finish this. Like, the tree would have been nice, but I don't want to whip out no glue gun. I'm going to assume that you guys don't have one either readily available. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever seen a reindeer gnome. I've seen the Santa gnomes, of course. The Christmas tree gnome, pretty cute. But that's kind of like, it's like, you know, it looks kind of weird. But anyway. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Click on that notification bell so you won't catch another part video. If you've missed this series, click at the end of this video, the playlist. It has all my crochet videos. And again, I do have the link for this in the description box below. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.